Opinion inside the bear's den. Ukraine's deep strike and the echoes of UVB76 in a move that rattled Kremlin corridors and pierced the illusion of homeland invulnerability. Ukraine pulled off what few imagined possible: a precise, coordinated strike deep within Russian territory, targeting strategic bomber bases. The reverberations weren't just physical. As the mysterious radio station UVB76 crackled to life, seasoned watchers recognized the ominous signal. Russia's nuclear doctrine may have stirred from its icy slumber. And when the conflict between Ukraine and Russia began, few would have wagered that Kyiv could one day reach into Russia's air bases with the kind of precision that recalls the Iranian-backed Houthi strikes on Saudi Arabia's Aramco facilities in 2019. Yet, here we are. Russian bombers, the very platforms launching cruise missiles into Ukrainian cities, were hit. Not near the border. Not on contested land. But inside the Russian heartland. This is not just escalation, it's evolution. Ukraine's attack on Engels and other air bases was no fluke. It was planned, timed, and executed with precision. Whether drones were launched from Ukraine or within Russian territory by infiltrated saboteurs remains to be fully confirmed, but the strategic implications are seismic. This wasn't just a blow to hardware, it was a psychological strike against Russia's sense of internal security. In 2019, Houthi rebels in Yemen launched a surprise attack using drones and cruise missiles against Saudi Arabia's prized Aramco oil processing facilities in Abqaiq and Quraysh. Despite being a technologically inferior force, the Houthis used agility, asymmetry, and innovative targeting to cause billions in losses and embarrass a top-tier military state. Ukraine is now borrowing from the same playbook. Nanonan UVB76, known colloquially as the buzzer, has broadcast on the 4,625 kHz frequency since the Cold War. Usually emitting a monotonous buzzing tone 247, its occasional voice transmissions, usually strings of seemingly random numbers and names, signal serious military readiness. So when voices replace buzzes, people tune in. Analysts track these broadcasts closely, and their resurgence around moments of geopolitical tension is no coincidence. Nanonan Russia's official military doctrine outlines 4 main conditions under which nuclear weapons might be used in Ukraine's strike, while not nuclear in nature, is seen by Russia as a breach of invulnerability. The logic behind activating UVB76 may be rooted in Russia preparing for an escalation ladder to signal that it might respond disproportionately to further such attacks. Nanonan for the first time, Russian civilians far from the Ukrainian border are hearing sirens, witnessing explosions, and seeing burnt aircraft at home bases. The psychological wall between frontline war and safe rear is broken. Families of bomber pilots, ground crew, and air defense personnel are no longer insulated. This internal panic leads to Nanonan. Ukraine's attack serves NATO's interest by bleeding Russia's strategic power, but also risks uncontrollable escalation. Hence Nanonan, this attack was not enabled solely by Western technology. Ukrainian drone production, likely with local payload systems, AI-based navigation, and stealth profiles, is maturing. With each such strike, Nanonan, one of Russia's greatest traditional advantages is its geographic depth. Napoleon failed. Hitler failed. But drone warfare cares little about swamps, tundras, or distance. Ukraine, using 10,000 drones, just made the vastness of Russia irrelevant. Nanonan, when the buzzer changes its tone, it's not just shortwave enthusiasts who get nervous. It means contingency plans are no longer theoretical. Nanonan, we're entering a new era in this war. One where precision strikes, strategic signaling, and psychological operations are more important than tank divisions. What Ukraine just did is more than a military success. It's a lesson in 21st century warfare. Nanonan, swipe left for next video. Just like the crackling static of UVB76, the message from this attack is encrypted but clear to those who know where to look. The bear has been poked deep in its cave. It may roar. Or it may retreat to lick its wounds. Either way, the war has changed. This is not just a shift in tactics. This is a transformation of how nations wage war, deter enemies, and survive modern threats. Stay tuned. And when the buzzer speaks again, listen. The writer is a retired officer of the IRS and the former Director General of the National Academy of Customs, Indirect Taxes, Narcotics. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely that of the author. They do not necessarily reflect NEWS18's views. Latest blogs.